OG are struggling just a little bit with Nico coming in, obviously having not really been an IGL before. I think Maniac had a good point to illustrate this phenomena where he said, you know, calling Nico an IGL is like calling him a chef. He can put pasta in a pan, but that does not make him a chef necessarily. And so for Nico, we have yet to see if he's really can fully mantle that responsibility as an IGL, or if it's just kind of a stopgap measure for OG. So let's see what they got. See if they got another dimension of the game. Let's see if they can make Cloud9 uncomfortable here.
Well, map down. Whoever loses this is going to be gutted to come so close to Dallas. But for OG, it is a tall order. Both pistol rounds will be very valuable in this game. And for the moment, there is a 4B stack from OG. And Cloud9 are coming.
On they go. On they ride. Downfall players. Many of them for the C9 side. A flank on. Nico. He's got the kill. A little belabored on it. Little hop, skip, and a jump and a spin for nothing. But it does mean that there's a two-man advantage here for OG. Rotation's going to be required, and they might actually get beaten to the punch here by the C9 side. Shiro so snappy with that P250. Should set up Buster with just enough time for planting. Because he's planting Optimus as well, there's no concern about that flank. Nico will be on it. Buster playing a little wide. Got to be careful about this, but he's trying to distract for Shiro to get activated, and they overwhelm. It's all on to Shiro now. Bomb not planted for him either. Needs to find some kills. Not connecting. That's going to be it. That's going to be all she wrote. Pistol round on for OG.
Okay. Well, good recovery. I was really scared that nobody could be looking bang because Shiro pushed through, but the frag turned back just in time. That wasn't a problem. Okie dokie. So they get their pistol, but they did allow a bomb plant. And that will mean an investment from Cloud9. No AKs just yet in the mix. Plenty of Galils, though. Plenty of Galils, but he used it on Naf, and he sacks himself off a rifle. And Cloud9 can be very potent on these spies. Can be very potent. They're good at playing contact heavy. Look at this. OG have no expectation that the players will be facing mid early. That is not a good start.
Shiro getting caught. That's a little unfortunate. Shiro down early, back in towards Flames. Means that now you can control the rotations. If you're OG, you can feel a lot more comfortable. And as soon as Dexter spots presence, you can imagine this rotation is going to come in. Even better if he just gets the kill. Don't even have to float the second player up. Nico's kind of thinking about it. Caught a bit in transition, but he will shift up to support. They'll play the buddy system towards sites. Hobbit does spot Dexter slipping into the corner, so he knows he's got this kill, but you'd imagine Nico's here to trade. Even with that kill, can Nico capitalize? Oh, not yet. They don't know he's close. They have no idea because he didn't activate. Because he hid his position. So Hobbit's got a chance at the clutch. Get the bomb plant. Oh, thinks they're closer. Thinks they're closer than they are. Now he wants to take the initiative, but a smoke up might allow him the chance. Wow, that'll activate them through, and he's looking the wrong way. Wanted one extra kill before he planted that bomb, and doing so cost him his life.
A little bit of a shame because a bomb plant would have meant a repeat buy here. And continue pressure, but not to be. Just going to be a heavy eco now for Cloud9 as OG survive the onslaught. This is what we wanted to see. Pistol rounds, conversions. To give OG some advantages. Get them into some good positions. And, I mean, there's so little invested here. My only hesitation is that... Well, they lost one of these on Mirage against a buy about this good from Cloud9.
Here's a peek up, flashbang on. Neo. Drag. Drop down, shots to the back of the head. That rifle can now be retrieved, and yeah, we got to start getting a little bit nervous here. Hobbit could get caught. just able to give them the slip, though. Now pressure on. A rifle making its way towards A. Diggs setting himself up for a fight. He's deleted. He was the only A defender. Uh-oh. Again, panic setting in here. Flames has slid back in, but he's going to have the trouble of a lot of players on the other side. And especially with the A1S, genuinely, the size of the magazine might come back to be an issue. First bullets out. No chance to reload. Rotations are here, but he needs to stall them just a little bit. That nade's not on. But the shots are. Axile, big kill, found another one to follow it up, but just a P250. And Eco can't even get the first. He can't even get the first kill. 4 players survive. Guns salvaged. And Cloud9 are on the board.
It's getting a little bit frustrating now, isn't it? OG. I mean, the round before goes close. That's fair enough. There's a full investment from Cloud9. But this one... What is happening against these pistols? We're getting overzealous. Is there lack of discipline? How are Cloud9 consistently getting clean entries and space to work with on just deagles with no armor and no nades? It is distressing, to put it lightly, and because the round before was ever so close as well, OG, this buy is dreadful. It is awful. I can't keep letting Cloud9 get away with round wins like this. At some point, the Campbell's back is going to snap in half.
Stack towards B. Might be a whole lot more costly than just a straw as well. Look at this control being taken towards long, completely uncontested right now for Cloud9. There's nothing to tip off OG. They don't even have controlled construction or monster comfortably, so they can't guarantee that this isn't still a B play. They'll float flames up, but this could be bad. Bit of information out. This will send the rotation on, but it's a bit too little too late. They'll come bursting back into the site with pistols, presumably. In the meantime, this bomb is likely to go down. Continued damage is on deck. Axile deals with the flank as well. That was the one major threat into this round. Dexter might just need to save this FAMAS. And indeed, that's the only thing afforded to them. Not a bullet connects from OG. It's all Cloud9 all the way.
Flying high. Flying high. Seems not matter if they lose pistols there. Always getting back in these early halves. And this is just utter dominance this round. It's going to do wondrous things to the T-side economy. Remember, they also won an eco round, which meant they were already saving money. Oh, OG. Maybe Dex easily can drop to another. Some economic damage would be pretty wondrous. To streak further into this half, and he's not dropping any pistols, so I think it's all on Dexter and his FAMAS. His trusty FAMAS. To at least make this round somewhat compelling. Well, this is going to be a snooze fest. B is taken. Mid-stack from OG. And nobody's home. Maybe Buster can get a highlight reel.
I don't think Buster even needs a highlight reel. Especially since you won't get any of them. Uh-oh. It's actually a Shiro highlight reel. Well, Shiro just normal entry into the reel, perhaps. Look, getting away with 2 rifles here is not bad for OG. AK is a nice find, and I mean, for C9, at some point, they want to cut losses. Acknowledge that these got away from them, and move on to the next.
It's going to be no AWP for OG in the following, and keep saying the Dexter is no doubt the biggest weapon in the arsenal for this team. Even more dejecting for him if he has to play this on a FAMAS. But yeah, because they got their money full reset, their loss bonus drops down to the minimum levels, and Means when we get back into the buys here, there just isn't the money for an AWP. The only way would have been a lot of kills stacked up on Dexter. It's going to be rifles across the board. Let's see if they change their setups, because Dexter can't play his standard brand of Counter-Strike without the AWP in play.
Certainly not. He's going aggressive. Look at this. He's going so aggressive. Just dumping a nade, actually. And then backing away. Speaking of nades, here's one for you, Flames.
So, fast B default, brakes are pumped. Cloud9 say, let's have some control elsewhere. Bomb is heaved up by Shiro. And now they start the A clear. OG have fallen very passive on the site. I mean, now that Neofrag slips his way back up long. We're getting quite accustomed now to Cloud9's slow-paced brand of terrorist overpass.
It's such a world difference. I mean, we've said it's such a world difference between Mirage and most of their maps, but this one is such a stark contrast to it, right? Mirage was fast, fast, bang, bang, bang. This one feels like I'm going to take a nap in the first minute of every round and not miss any of the action. Neofrag's got a cheeky spot. Oh, Neofrag. This could be huge. Is Shiro looking for it? He's aware, but not quite ready for the slight off angle. And now two bodies drop the bomb out into the open. This is where the time becomes a huge issue. Do you even have the seconds to recover this and get it towards a bomb site? I mean, nope. Sending one so... They're saving. They're saving. It's a save. Not even going to contest here. All right. Op just retreat. Doesn't even try and get the bomb.
Now, let's talk quickly about what is so almost frustrating about how slow Cloud9 plays. And the key word is redundancy. And for those that haven't heard that word used in different contexts, what we really mean by that is if you make something mechanical, if you engineer something, you add redundancy so that if something fails, it's not going to collapse. Or if something goes wrong, there's some scope to make changes. There is no redundancy in how Cloud9 is playing. The moment one thing goes wrong, you lose one player. Granted, it was the bomb. The round is just over. We can't adjust. We have no option. It's not a reliable brand of Counter-Strike.
It requires the type of play you get from a number 3 and number 4 player. It requires that they are always at that level.
And for those watching on, thinking, you know, Na'Vi at times has played very slow Counter-Strike. Virtus Pro, and obviously when they're playing under Outsiders, yes, they play slow Counter-Strike, but for my money, they do a better job of having map control and having less avenues to get punished.
Yeah. It feels like there's a lot of... For Cloud9, there's a lot of either just sitting and letting the round develop around you, or a lot of making individual plays that aren't necessarily tradable or recoverable. It's tough. It's tough. Neofrag tucked into a corner. Here's an individual play. Hobbit's looking for him. Trying to spot toes. Trying to spam, and he's got it eventually. Knew he had a player there. And Neofrag, after the first 15 bullets, thought he'd be safe. But there were more. There were more bullets, Alan. And when Hobbit just kills 2, well, then it doesn't matter that he was alone. It's A-okay. Everybody else can group up and move on in. And OG likely need to be thinking about the save. By Hobbit?
I guess Flames was told about the HP bars on a few.
Yeah.
Which is why it gives it a bit of a try. Bit of a look in. But, yeah, this is the right decision. Back out. Dexter can even buy an AWP for himself, so there's no real issues here saving and buying again in the next. And, yeah. Down to Mr. Hobbit. He just won you the round.
So the save on through for OG. Should allow them to buy up just fine. Dexter has plenty of money. The AWP will presumably be out here. Nico Can drop a gun, no problem for Neofrag. So, not issues this early on. Bye, Buster. A little unnecessary, but sure.
He had high HP, right?
Yeah. I don't know where he was. I don't think he was one of the tagged up players. I believe that was Nafany and Hobbit.
I guess
So-
overly cautious of a ninja or something.
Couldn't tell you.
Okay, come on, OG. Come on. You won pistol. We need more out of this half. Probably need to comfortably win the half. Cloud9 are an excellent CT overpass team. We saw it earlier. They're much better on the CT than T on this map. There is no doubt about it. And there's a reason they're in this game. They've had to beat a lot of other good teams. The whole bracket was stacked the whole way through. So it's not luck they're here. Fnatic would hardly have been a cakewalk anyway for a team like Cloud9 to play against. So we expect OG to bring at least that level. Having toppled the European mix.
Little boost up. Little boost up. Shiro peering over. Not finding anything just yet. Yes, again.
Hobbit.
Very slow style. Sees Hobbit capitalize for the first. Finds it in towards connector. Now they got the middle of the map wide open. Cloud9 really get the pick of the sights. It's been a long time since they've gone B. Maybe time for the change-up pitch?
They've
Like
got all
the
the
A-side.
options in the world. It's also the Hobbit getting that kill. Neofrag doesn't have any info. He doesn't know anything about the defaults because Hobbit's the connector player, so it's hard to even readjust. But OG, they're just going to gamble. Heavy Aileen will save into the following if it comes to it. And the only question now is, can Cloud9 get an inkling, flashes through Dex, anything he falls off? And look at this, Axel's clearing B.
I think because of how
Should be heaved over.
the last few rounds, right, players have played back towards site, so because they're seeing this aggressive presence from Dagster, trying to swing out a little bit more, that emboldens them that they've got the right read here towards B. Again, there's 18 seconds, so if this had been a three-man stack here in water, maybe this round is over. But Cloud9 trust their read, trust their instincts, and it'll find them 5. Not leaving a lot of margin for error, but if you don't make errors, you don't need that. Shiro dying. Ideal. Maybe an op can be retrieved.
See,
Oh, Buster.
Cloud9 have a case here for hunting pretty aggressively.
Yeah, Buster wants it.
Presuming that's why Shiro stuck around. But not backed up by any teammates at Buster here. He'll need some help. Given that this free's still alive. Yeah, it looks like OG will keep these guns going. It is okay. Fiku has money, as has Flames, they can drop. So the buy will be A-okay in the following, but we can't keep saying it's going to be a good buy in the next. We need some rounds. Desperately need some rounds, and Hobbit is feasting right now on the maybe over the aggression or some small gaps. He must have hit a hell of a shot. He was sat all the way back at the, very back of T connector and just decapitates Neofrag on the peak.
Might get a faster engagement into this one. Flashbang on, but Dagster still hits his shot. Nafany wanted the playground. It'll cost him his life. No slides for you, Nafany. But Hobbit, immediately, Hobbit has been so good on these entries, ripping kills. That's a little bit awkward. Shiro got the calm that Fiku was toxic, didn't quite realize he was the edge of it. And so 2 players died to the exact same fight. No extra information revealed, and Hobbit's left wondering, all right, how do I get back into this? Oh, that's one way. All right, Hobbit. Single-handedly trying to make something of this. Buster's taking space in the meantime. Hobbit will grab the bomb and try and join him. This round
Hex is juggling a lot of angles. He could get timinged.
Especially if Buster goes to the tight angle. Dex is only swinging to check the lane right now. It's gotta make you nervous. Buster wondering where the contact's gonna come from. Timing! Dagster, I think he spots just the tip of the barrel or something to give him the inkling that a player is here. Hobbit with 30 seconds is still going to have to give this an attempt, give this a look. Even economic damage is valuable here. He's just found contact with Dagster, and Dagster is good for the shot.
That's more like it. That's what we wanted. Thanks for getting engaged. Flash was good onto him, let's be honest, but he'd already lined up the angle. Takes the shot. Entry found, and just about got the information on where Buster was there at the end, so... Well played from Dexter. We'd love Neofrag also to have some impact. These are the two A players, and of course there's a lot more push and pull on this side of the map, so we'd love Neofrag to mount a little bit more resistance. Oh, here we go. Check out Neofrag.
Neofrag and Buster, Nafany and Flames. These are the fights that could determine the round. And with both of them going the way of OG, now Cloud9 are left grasping at straws. Again, two very individual fights. Lost. No chance for a trade, no chance to do anything about it. Shiro walks the monster smoke. I gotta say, Alan, I'm starting to feel rather uninspired by the C9T side. OG, though, they're lighting right up.
Some extra fuel to the flames, you might say. They're getting going. This one was a tough round for them. I think. I mean, they have a flash there before they peak the boost. Axel got team flash. I think he might have got that kill without the flash. Of course, it's not necessarily his fault. It's just a bit of a lapse in timing on when to pop his head up. It's going to be a save. It's going to be a save. Got to keep these guns going, boys. Not dying after time. But yeah. When Cloud9 loses rounds, it is so flat. And not near a bomb site.
So much seems to be dependent on either getting the opening kill or somebody pulling a multi-frag. Which, yeah, maybe those are the fundamental realities of Counter-Strike, but the early trades just don't seem to be there. Right? It's very rare that we see Cloud9 go 1-for-1 on the exchange. Let's see what they got. Bank will withstand this one. And they're using a timeout. Yes! Timeouts being deployed at critical times to change things up, Alan.
I can feel the endorphins coursing through the veins. That is beautiful. Beautiful. Hopefully some good comes of it. I guess the main point of discussion is how is Neofrag getting an untraded kill? Aggressive on A. That really set the spiral that ended that round. Okay. 5 apiece. It's been a bit of a roller coaster here on Overpass, as neither team can really establish any consistency. This round will be a good one. Be a good one for OG. Just dig their teeth in. Double connector setup. Dexter's in. He's going to get boosted. On the AWP. It's a tricky angle, this one. It's a tricky angle, and well, if the information is given away, you are trapped in a rock and a hard place. Probably could push them around even more.
Nice damage on the Hobbit. He trades it back in kind. Neofrag able to hold on to this connected position. Utility mainly lighting the way, but Nikos loses his life. And Hobbit once again finds an opener for his team. He can't escape, though. There's the trade. Coming through from OG. And long control has been established here from C9, but the bomb's isolated. Gotta be a little wary.
They could carry on up long. They know the A player is in connector. The only question for Cloud9 right now is, where is Dexter? Where is Dexter? They can figure that out. Got a clean route onto A.
That's what they're trying to do. Along they go. Nafany could have a duel with Dexter. On deck, 30 seconds left on this clock. Time again becoming a huge issue here, as it has so often. Now you just have this long play. 20 seconds. Flames. Just wait for the contact. Well ahead of this utility. No flashbangs either.
This is still good for Cloud9. This is still good. That's a good trade. So much time now to set up an after plan. We've got nades as well. And it's a good plan for Bank.
I think one of those players was just heard coming up through Bank. Buster presumably going to very much commit onto this angle, but he's still wary. Now they're making noise. Making no secret of this, and Buster tears the head off of 2. So, a 6-round found for Cloud9. As so often happened in the last map, they allow OG right up to the tie. But they deny them the lead. Stakes to live? Thanks to lives, and he gets one of his own. Why not?
I enjoyed that round a lot more than some of the others from Cloud9. That was more of a flow chart. That was a very outsiders round. Get a little bit of information, keep pressing, keep pressing, keep pressing. And even though Nafany goes down to Dexter, honestly, the knowledge of where Dexter is might really be more valuable than Nafany's life at that point. They know for sure that there's only one A. Here comes good. I like that one, Cloud9. Let's keep it going in that vein. Neofrag feeling like, I want to get aggressive again. Of course, that was one of their better rounds of late. But this time, he's not going to play into his fountain. He says, I'm going to fall back. Maybe they'll expect me to be there.
Well, Cloud9 having some fun on the slide. But we're 50 seconds into the round, and they do need to get going here. So how long they'll move? Slowly. Patiently. Bomb is all the way back towards spawn. Fortunately, no one is challenging the connector player. Presumably Hobbit will go back to retrieve that. Don't think that really makes much sense to tag on, but a trade there. That's a ripper of a shot from Neofrag, and now the flash back in. That's punished. So even trade here. Nafany takes it an extra step. Dexter down, up out of play, and that's pulling the rotations. Timing here for Axile is brilliant. He's out, but he's trying to clear monster. Fiku might realize this faster, and he does indeed. So now that lurk out, it's punished. And again, we're seeing the issue with Cloud9 where they're all just in disparate places. You can't build on anything that one individual has found. As soon as they're killed, their control is gone. So it's going to be the play in towards A. Pressure on. What does Flames have for us? Some support from Nico. Here at the bank, he takes first contact. He does damage, sets up Flames for the kill. They're running out of time for the plant. Hobbit's going to have to commit. Hobbit's going to have to commit. The spray down's good damage. Nico out in the angle, leaves it all to Buster. And Buster's frozen up, the flank developing in the meantime. And on the angle is Fiku, just in the nick of time.
It's a good recovery. That was a man advantage for Cloud9. 4 on 3. OG did stack the right site in the end. It's a similar story. There's no redundancy. And this was not a round where Cloud9 had the information to guarantee, at least have a very high likelihood of a good scenario at the end. Wasn't the case here. We're just sprinting with that bomb. It was left in T-spawn so long as well. Did not help. Okay. Well. OG remaining in this. Dexter has had a much better game. Flames is starting to get activated too, so the big names, the big individuals on the team are coming a little bit better than on Mirage. And a fast mid-take from Cloud9. They're up close and personal. They slipped all the way close to this wall, and there's no AWP here to greet them, so they can get a lot of ground here at a great deal of resistance.
Frag, what do you got for us? The lone sentinel. You're the guy. You got to be that guy. Who's giving up? Trying to pressure through it. Flames wants to come up to support, but for the time being, Cloud9 haven't found anything for this util. And as we've seen before, they're perfectly content to take their time with this.
Low smoke is down. It's going to allow them to crawl close if they desire. At what point are OG going to start leaning free B? They've had this B water control for ages. Dex is starting to move now. There's a flashbang to aid his teammates, but I don't think it's going to make a lot of difference. He needs to get there really fast because his execute is coming soon.
30 seconds. They're just letting off any poke. He's ahead of the flashes. Now the flashes come through, but there's no one there to capitalize on them. So vision is cleared. There's no more flashes. You just got to fight your way through. Axile and Buster gonna do exactly that to great effect. How? How does that just turn? Buster, what an absolute mammoth play. Utility? Never heard of her.
I'm actually really not a fan of how Cloud9 ended that. Nafany goes in alone. There's no trade potential. There's no nades. There's no flashbangs as he goes in. Thank God for Buster and Axile, because they did not set themselves up for a great situation. They do confuse me sometimes, Cloud9.
I'm mystified, man.
They do some weird stuff. This one looks good in the end, but rest assured, you need some cracking individual shots to make an execute like that work.
So many
tabs on the look at the money for OG.
Yeah, it's
awful.
Gone.
They're gonna double force.
It's gone. It's putrid. But I mean, with the way some of these rounds have ended, right? You don't necessarily need the best of guns. If you're winding up in situations where Cloud9 are counting on 50-50 clears, or counting on dry swings and peaks, if you have deagles and can rip heads, that might just be enough. That's the thing. So many of these final takes on towards sites from Cloud9 just rely on being better. Just being better. And that's all well and good, but... They don't make it easy for their fans, I'll tell you that much. They're keeping it suspenseful until the last moment in as many rounds as possible.
It's been a slow brand of Counter-Strike.
Yeah, no kidding.
Very slow map.
You enjoying having every possible second out of every round?
I think OG will up the pace, so we're almost there, guys. We've almost made it. Almost made it to the swap. I wonder what they discussed in the pause there. Obviously, the buy, both terrible buys, so we're not talking about a future gun round. We're talking about here and now, and they have some utility, so maybe there's a discussion of how do we use the weapons we have available. Maybe there's some way of getting the maximum out of this util.
There you go. Following the tracers, Nafany just spamming for way too long. Gets tracked down. Fiku finds that. But he wants to play the smoke fade, and he hears all these players rotating off. They're going to take the space afterwards. This could be huge. This duel with Axile is everything. And they're just around the corner. That drops the bomb. Nico, can he get it? No. Axile, individual play, bailing them out of a catastrophic situation. And Buster going to get it even better out towards long. Now. Buster, looking for a fight, looking for a duel. Frag wins that at the very least. So
what a mess of a round so far.
I mean, if Axile dies there, the round's over. Even if he goes 1 for 1, right? The bomb's out of control. They're so far away from it.
So what does Cloud9 know? They know the Neofrag was long toilets, likely A. They have no knowledge on flames. And they're going to round up towards the A bomb side, but will they be considering long? Peaks, the timing's good. Trade, even better. Free for Axile already, and Flames is a long way out. No kit. And he's actually not going to cross over a gun, is he? So, this is a tall order. All he has is the element of surprise. Axile clearly has no clue where Flames is right now.
Sometimes that's enough, though. Axile backed into the bank. It's all going to be a bit of guesswork. Time is such an issue for Flames without the kit. Just has to hit this headshot immediately and get on the defuse. He clears it, but shot's not on. 4th kill found for Axile. What a commanding round for him. Again, Cloud9 pull it out of the fire in a tough situation that they put themselves in.
Well, that looked awful when it was, went 2-on-2 initially. I mean, the first engagement was really bad. I guess the time is a bit unfortunate. OG pushing Monster is a brave move.
Yes.
Very brave when they've already killed one with a spam, and I don't think it was a B player. But I guess you got to do something a bit wacky with their investments, and this yet again another one of those buys. Look at this, deagles across the board. There is some good utility, but not a lot to speak of in terms of raw weaponry.
Oh, that starts things off nicely though. Anthony down. Into the dirt, into the dust. Shiro trying to take this space. Wary about the con poke. Neofrag can be pushed up. Molotov timely to force Hobbit off of punishing this. Trade of util. Everything getting burned here. That's a good flashbang, but Neofrag can't capitalize. Good recovery from Buster, and Flames now down for the count as well means that Cloud9 are looking to take 9 rounds out of this half. It's been a little touch and go, but a man advantage here. No more utility onto the CT side and just pistols and a scout. This would take some serious heroics. Let's see. They've got it in them. I know one thing, though, Alan. We will use the remaining 40 seconds in this round to their full extent.
Oh, of course. Of course. Flashbang. Clear close, and now we start rounding. 2 on A for OG. By virtue of Fiku's advanced position. So I've got some decent numbers. But even then, we need the best Dexter. The absolute peak Dexter to make this work. And he can't connect with the first. The molly is awful. And now Nico's in for a world of pain.
Nico around. First one found. Bomb dropped. Hobbit has to chase this down. He knows it. Uh-oh. Hobbit, but trying to get the gun. That's a little bit too far. Shiro secures the 9th. And Cloud9 secure the half. And we're back. Potentially only one more half to play here. Cloud9, they're giving us fits and starts in that first half, but clearly they know better than we do because they walked away with 9 rounds.
First half wasn't the most thrilling Counter-Strike, but let's focus up because Cloud9 are defending Dallas champions. It would be a real shame if they don't make it. And they're on the CD side of their map pick, definitely their preferred side. And a pistol round will go a long way to booking a plane ticket to Texas.
Okay, couple big kills coming in here. Even exchanges so far. We are watching this body intently as the take does come through. And here we go. The body held secrets. Dark secrets of a tale of a 1v1 between Axile and Degster. Degster with the P250 has the gun advantage theoretically. He's got to plant the bomb, tries to pull off of it, and Axile body shots are good enough. Chips away at his knees until there are none that remain, and Degster dropped low means Cloud9 on double digits.
Oh, they needed Degster then more than ever. More than ever. Pissed around there, and OG's right back in the game, but there's no bomb plant either. Let's see the decision. Based on what we've seen elsewhere in the series, I think it's going to be a save, and it is. Glocks out in play. OG looking further ahead. I think we had a buy in the following. And for Cloud9, they're streaking ever closer. And that's the deal with... it's the same with group stages and qualifiers. It is survival. If they can make it to Dallas, I mean, obviously that's a whole different ballgame. It was not for a long time. That's the only objective here for Cloud9. Pretty Counter-Strike doesn't matter at the end of the day.
Only the wins. Only the dubs. And Axile, well, he's lost Shiro. Shiro just had an SMG, but Axile making good on that M4. A4, and it should be fine. Axile's killed everybody. This might be the ace. If Nafani dies. Go on, Nafani. Take one for the team. Set up Axile for the ace. Let him chase. Just an anti-eco, but he did make it look so very pretty playing in and around the smoke. Ah, yes. They gave him the MP9. They said, go hunt, young man. Go be bold. Unfortunately for him, Buster is on the scene.
Let's have a look at this buy.
And immediately just, gotta want this.
He's like, I'm
Take it
using
back.
that. How's Axel only died 5 times? To save so much on that T side. Bizarre. He never dropped out, did he? So it can't be that.
So. No.
I mean, this is legitimate. He's actually only died 5 times.
I mean, it's reminiscent of Shiro on Mirage, where it was a little more touch and go, but he was still like 29 and 9, I think.
So what's the call from Cloud9? We don't have an AWP here on Shiro. We're going to play into Connector with him. 3B stack. Out of the ordinary there. What do you want to do? They're going to go through this monster smoke. They kind of look primed for it. The bomb is on this side of the map.
Maybe just a duel on the fade, and then... I mean, they still got options, right? If they can clear out this connector presence in Shiro. A lot of options. A re-smoke on there. Oh, Neofrex so far forward. He's got the kill. Now Shiro realizes, uh-oh, they're past me. I'm in a really tough spot. Gotta look up, gotta look down. Dexter's creeping ever closer. A wasted Molotov. That's gonna summon them through. That's gonna summon them through. What can Shiro get here? They're by the shelves. Dexter is out behind him. And Shiro now is gonna realize and be able to catch that kill. So into even numbers. A little bit of an awkward situation, but Buster holding on to this position. Shiro guaranteeing his flank as well means that they've got a bit of a powerful position to play from. And they'll maintain it. Bomb will be planted safe from construction. But this retake could get pretty darn spicy. Shiro will ensure it. 3rd kill found, all into Fiku. Fiku, what do you have for us in the clutch? Shadow spotted, no shields here, but knowing and being able to deal with him are 2 different things. Bomb defused. 12th round on the board. The bonus round goes the way of Cloud9.
Star power coming into play. That looked excellent for OG. Enveloping the B-bomb site. They've obviously got a colossal weaponry advantage because it's a bonus round. There's MP9s all over the place. And they just can't convert. Shiro is all too good. Nico Nico looked lackadaisical there in that afterplant at the end. If they were paying attention, Shiro had an AK that was an MP9 spamming. They would have known that both had to be either short or monster. And maybe backed in towards graffiti or even heaven, honestly. But that information was not communicated over fast enough. OG, you maybe should have got some Galils here, guys. Where's the util?
Gonna trust their crosshairs in this one. Can't get caught holding a nade, Allen, if you don't have any. That's streets ahead and thinking. That's next level. Shiro will bless them for their lack of a flash, and this 1-2 punch is just so potent. If you don't have anything to push them off the angle, good luck. Good luck. Good flash. Good luck. Good smoke. Good Axile kills. Let's even go on top of the dice box to chase up another. Buster's a little solo dolo. If this is a fast beat play, there's a possibility where he gets caught. But he's been really good in defensive B. Really good as a solo player. He's playing graffiti. Very conservative on this one. Good shot on. Means that Degster is alone. 40 seconds. No idea of where to go. Seems like he's probably just going to try the save. Why not?
Can't blame him. That angle from Hobbit is so annoying. It's the back one where you're aiming through the shelving unit, and unless you're peeking into there with a scope weapon, it's just a pig to see him. This is not what OG needed when the guns came out, was it? Just didn't have the use at the end either to have a compelling execute. There's no wind in the sails anymore. Yeah. OG did a lot of work at the start of this game to keep it compelling, but am I wrong, Mike? Did it not go 6-all at one point? Are we seven? Are we really seven in a row?
They did, yes. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, we are 7 in a row.
They're running out of fight. They're running out of fight, and this one is just a half buy. But at what point do we need rounds more than anything else? Just something to stop this onslaught.
I mean, they need to break one of these through, and it's exactly what you talked about, which is that Cloud9 is a much more compelling team on the CT side of this map than they are attacking. And so when you already have 9 rounds off with a theoretical weaker half on your map pick, things are looking pretty dang good. Buster might not be looking good for him. Deed goes 1 for 1. Rifle potentially retrievable, but Nafany on the angle. Dancing around the pillar, using the utility. Not able to zero that in. Iku fumbling guns is not ideal, but this is going to get a little weird. Clear outs there. That's the first step. The first problem that needs to be solved to allow this to be a retake. Axel
oh, flames. Just took a nade. Just took a nade and almost died.
And limping. This is setting up for a retake. I think Neofrag has to get this kill monster. And he doesn't have it. He doesn't have it. Dexter will come back in to trade it, but it's pressure on. That's certainly going to coax the remaining Cloud9 members in. They have a kit on Axile as well, so kit's not the major concern. And Axile, he gets the frag. All on Dexter. Dexter downtime enough for this. Axile has the defuse. And we are all good.
Where was that Axile earlier? Where was Axile earlier? That was unbelievable. These frags he's hitting now. He started off this game pretty mediocre. He was down the bottom of the scoreboard. But he just spooled up and up and up and up. And his gameplay is anything but choppy as of late. Shiro spots him on the cross. He's going to see some ground. Axel commits to playing in towards connector as Shiro repositions. But they're crawling up close. Crawling up close. Will there be a flashbang? Shiro is taking a very tight angle on this AWP. Gets the first. Falls back round. Spacing is not ideal for an immediate trade. Peeking through and Shiro cannot connect. Only the one. For the beast with the big green. And now we need the cavalry to roll in.
Nafany down to 3. Axel on flames. He's got that at the very least.
He's just becoming a robot. He's just becoming a robot.
Axel?
Yeah. He's not missing anything.
He really isn't. Still, this is only going to set up the possibility of the retake. Plenty of time to plant this bomb. No one close for Cloud9 just yet. Develop the angles, develop the flanks. Setting up Util to retake the space. Axel, they might need a little bit more of that robot play, but this time he's been short-circuited. Buster and Hobbit. Money's not phenomenal. Despite this run of rounds in a row, but that kill onto Nico, that's going to coax them back through, and well, that's going to coax them back out.
Keep this going alive. Hobbit collects the AWP, so well done in the end to OG. Thank God Shiro didn't get more out of that position. I was very scared for them. And we didn't see one with Nafany, but clearly didn't offer the greatest resistance. See his body on the ground towards that little cubby and long. Okay. Well, still got a ways to go here. A ways to go for OG to get back into this game. Buy is, of course, very good for them. Let's have a look at Cloud9's. There is a FAMAS in the mix. Shiro with that full utility. Make it 2 FAMASes. Buster hops on the second. So they have been blunted a tad.
It's kind of wild, though, that the money is this quick to dissipate, right? Considering that you won 5 rounds off the rip and you won your bonus round. CT economy brutal to maintain. Oh, Shiro's coming looking. Shiro's coming looking. Shiro pops the shot, doesn't quite connect, but now Hobbit's on for 2, and this is just a meat grinder of a hole. Shiro back into action. Nothing doing here. Dagster, it was a minute 20 on the clock, and he has to think about how to save. He has to think about how to save. They're pressuring the flank. They're coming in for this fight. And Dagster caught falling off the rail. He's down for the count. Series point found from Cloud9.
Dallas beckons. 8 chances. Buy is going to be a little bit of a mixed bag here for OG. And Cloud9. The first half was not always ideal, but they still managed to get 9 rounds, which is pretty mightily impressive, let's be honest. And since then, OG out of that 1 in the previous have mounted nothing in this series. Nothing here on Overpass, and now they need a miracle.
Biggs getting nothing in this. Neofrag down for the count as well. Those miracles, they don't seem to be coming. Their prayers don't seem to be being answered. Pressure on across the board. Now what do we have here? Got a little bit of a moment of hesitation. Got a little bit of a stall out. We got OG pumping the brakes and hoping that Cloud9 will give them a path back into this one. But with the deep control from Shiro, they don't have to worry about A. They're even, I mean, frankly, being conservative, not rotating a 4th player down, considering all the space that Shiro has. This flank will eventually develop. So if OG stall out too long, there's threats behind, there's threats above. Connector might actually be the only safe play available to them. There's no way to know that.
Good kill from Dexter, but every second, Shiro gets closer and closer and closer. I know they're looking this way for now, but at some point, that attention has to be getting that bomb down at all costs.
Here it comes. Here's the flank. Here's the spot. Can't quite catch. Ooh, first opportunity missed, but there will be many more. And Shiro's now activated. Now they know. Nalphany back in. All onto Nico. 1 kill, 2 kills. But Nico, oh my goodness, he might do it. Nico, where does this come from? The bomb down. Just Axel to bear with. But Axel's got the op, not the rifle. That's not the way that he's going to be expecting this to go. The tag on Nico down to 20. There could be no more mistakes. There could be no more hesitation. Axel trying to offset the aim here. The shot through. It's good enough off the 5-7. The defuse on the round 1. Cloud9 are going to Dallas. The champions of IEM Dallas 2022 will make their triumphant return. They're going to NA. They're headed to the US. They're ready for some more barbecue.
And of course, Cloud9 North American org. They'll love the representation. The fans will have a lot of fun. And I will say, from the end of that game, finally Cloud9 showed us some kind of